and communicate your ideas clearly.
Nice start, short, clear. I'd help him turn that into a warm, engaging opening for a talk or message. Here are a few versions at different tones. Pick one and I'll help tweak it for audience, length, or language, or do Spanish-Italian mix if you want. 1. Friendly, simple. Thank you. Today I want to talk about how to write better and communicate your ideas clearly. 2. Slightly formal, good for meetings or presentations. Thank you. Today I will discuss techniques to write more effectively and to communicate your ideas with clarity. 3. Conversational, audience-focused. Thanks everyone. Today I want to share practical tips on writing better, so your ideas come through clearly and people actually understand and act on them. 4. Motivational opener. Thank you. Today I want to show you how to write better and communicate your ideas clearly, so your voice gets heard. 5. Short and punchy, for a slide title or headline. Write better, communicate clearly. Language tips/quick edits. Use active verbs, write better, communicate clearly. Add how-to if you're promising technique steps. Add audience benefit, so your ideas get heard or so others understand and act. If speaking, pause after thank you. It creates presence. If you want a multilingual touch, I can add a brief Urdu or Spanish sentence to connect with listeners. Want to make it longer? A 30-60-second intro, or translate it into Urdu, Spanish, Italian. Which audience is he speaking to? Nice, short, and confident. He probably means something like, I can do this, or I can help you do this. Let's turn that into a natural follow-up line for his talk. Here are a few options depending on tone. 1. Confident, personal. Okay, seems like he's saying something like, from the room. Could be he means where he's speaking from, or that he's getting questions, comments from the room, or asking people to remove something from the room. Let's make natural lines, depending on meaning. Pick the one that fits. If he's referring to his location, I am speaking from the room. Right arrow, thank you. I'm speaking to you from the room. If he's referring to questions, comments. Any questions from the room? Right arrow, thank you. Any questions from the room? If he's asking people to leave. Nice, he's adding small fragments. From the room and then Chinese letter, Chinese for yes, right. Sounds like he's piecing together lines or responding to something in the room. If he's building a short talk or sentence, here are a few smooth ways to combine those fragments into natural English lines. Pick one that fits the moment. Simple continuation, acknowledging the audience. Thank you, I can do this, and I'll show you how, starting from the room here. If he means feedback coming from the audience. Thank you, I can do this, and I'll show you how, based on what I've heard from the room. If he's inviting someone in the room to help or demonstrate. Thank you, I can do this. Would someone from the room like to come up and try? If Chinese letter is an affirmation from a listener
Why is
and he
clear
wants to acknowledge it.
communication important in
Thank you,
writing?
yes, I can do this, and I'll show you how. Language tip. Yes, that's a great core idea. Short and true. Let's make it sound natural and a bit stronger for his talk. Quick natural options. 1. Simple, clear. Communication is important in writing. 2. Slightly stronger. Good communication is essential to strong writing. 3. Audience focused. Clear communication is the heart of good writing. 4. Actionable. Writing is most effective when communication is clear. Tiny English tip. Add the verb is after communication to make a full sentence. Use important or stronger words like essential, depending on how forceful he wants to sound. Want this turned into a 1-2 sentence slide opener or a 30-40-second spoken line. I can also add a bilingual touch, or do Spanish-Italian, to connect with the room. Which would you like? Nice, short, and positive. He's approving the idea. If you want a smooth follow-up, he can say aloud, here are a few friendly options. Good, let's look at some simple tips to improve our writing. Good, next, I'll share 3 practices that help make writing clearer. Good, now I'll show an example of weak V's. Strong communication in Urdu or Spanish too, so he can switch languages for the audience. Which follow-up tone do you prefer? Instructional, example-based, or interactive?
How can you identify the main purpose of your message before writing?
Great question, super important. Short answer first. You identify the main purpose by asking a few focused questions about your audience and desired outcome. Let's walk through a quick, practical method you can use every time. 1. Ask 3 core questions. Who is my audience? Their role, knowledge, needs, feelings. What do I want them to know, feel, or do? Inform, persuade, request action, reassure. Why does it matter to them? Benefit, consequence, value. 2. Pick one primary purpose. From your answers, choose a single main goal. Combine the what plus action. For example, inform team about deadline or persuade manager to approve budget. Keep it short, one sentence. 3. Write a one-line purpose statement. Format, this message is to action, so that audience can benefit/action. This email is to inform the sales team about the new deadline, so they can adjust priorities. This message is to persuade my manager to approve the budget, so our project stays on schedule. This note is to request Anna's help, so we finish the report on time. 4. Check via 3 small tests. Clarity test. Can someone summarize your purpose in one sentence? Relevance test. Does every sentence support that purpose? Brevity test. If you remove a paragraph, does the purpose stay intact? 5. Quick language tips for English learners. Use verbs like inform, request, ask, invite, persuade. They clarify purpose. Put the purpose early, first or second sentence. If multilingual audience, add a short phrase in their language, e.g. Para el equipo, necesitamos, /Arabic ba, Arabic rot, Arabic Khalif, Arabic letter
How can you
6D3,
organize
Arabic
your
day, Arabic
ideas
Farsi, yay, Arabic
logically?
meme. Arabic letter 6C1, Great question. Organizing ideas clearly makes writing and talks so much easier to follow. Here's a simple, practical way to do it. Short steps you can use every time. 1. Start with your main idea. Write one clear sentence. The main point or purpose, we practiced this before. 2. Use an outline, 3-part structure. Intro, state the main idea and why it matters. Body, 2-4 supporting points, each with a short example or fact. Conclusion, restate the main idea and give a clear next step or takeaway. 3. Order your points so they flow. Logical order, cause right arrow effect, problem right arrow solution, general right arrow specific. Priority order, most important first for busy readers. Chronological, steps or events in time for processes or stories. Pick the pattern that suits your purpose. 4. Use clear connectors, linking words. For sequencing, first, next, then, finally. For cause effect, because, therefore, as a result. For contrast, however, but on the other hand. Looks like a fragment, probably the start of a sentence like you are. Here are natural ways to finish it, depending on what he wants to say. If he's praising, you are doing a great job. You are very helpful. You are welcome. Friendly reply. If he's describing, you are the team lead for this project. You are available this afternoon. You are the person I was looking for. If he's asking a question, you are coming to the meeting. You are okay with this plan. If he wants a polite
How
instruction,
can you make your
you are
sentences
requested to
clearer
submit your
and
report by
more
Friday.
concise?
Love this, clear, concise sentences are gold. Short answer first, simplify, focus, and cut fluff. Here's a quick, friendly guide you can use every time you write or speak. 1. Start with the main idea. Put the key message early, subject plus verb. Example, we will meet at 3 p.m. Not, the meeting will be one that takes place at 3 p.m. 2. Use active voice. Active, the manager approved the plan. Passive, the plan was approved by the manager. Active is usually shorter and clearer. 3. Cut unnecessary words. Remove filler. Really, very basically, actually, in order to right arrow to, due to the fact that right arrow because. Replace phrases with single words. At this point in time, right arrow now.
Thank you very much.
Or prefer short sentences. Aim. You're welcome.